Hello, guys. Welcome to Top 4 FPL. We've been away for a couple of weeks. If you were expecting a Halloween episode, we did have one prepared, but we didn't get to do it, so we apologize. But to make up for that, I just want to show you where Wolves are in the table.
What?
Where Wolves are in the table. Where Wolves are in the table.
Well, they're like at the bottom.
Well, no, look, they're all over.
Just thinking about it.
Come on, Top 4 FPL. Where have you been, man? I missed you guys. What's going on?
Oh, man.
Welcome back to Top 4.
weeks.
Welcome back to Top 4 FPL, the Fantasy Premier League show. We'll be reviewing game week 15, I think it is. We've lost track of what game weeks it is.
15. I haven't even got enough fingers for the game weeks that we've had so far. Wow, we're well
Yes.
into the season.
Van Duzel and Bunny were at West Ham versus Crystal Palace today. We'll be talking about West Ham,
Yes,
Crystal
we
Palace.
were.
Myself and Bunny will be reviewing Spurs versus Liverpool. We'll be seeing who won Manager of the Month and spinning the wheel. And we'll also be having a look at our next game week, which is going to be the last game week before the World Cup.
Yes,
So-
it is.
Actually, you did the werewolf joke, but we could have actually done a 5th of November joke or a Guy Fawkes joke or something like that, maybe.
Oh yeah, I totally
that would have
forgot
been a
about that.
blast.
Oh gosh.
So tell us about how the game
Yeah.
went at the London Stadium.
Well, I don't know, Bunny. Have you got anything to say about today's day out at West Ham?
Oh, I got two things to say.
Go on then.
Disappointed, but had a great time.
Yeah, I agree with that. Disappointed and had a great time. If we're to talk about the teams, because this is a fantasy league program and we do want to find out information on players, we went as West Ham supporters, obviously, Bunny and I.
Van Duzel and Oscar Bunny reporting from London Stadium, West Ham v Palace. Yes, guys.
And I will start off by saying, like West Ham as a team, they're definitely not the Raging Moonbugs. Definitely not. Raging Boon Mugs is my team in the fantasy league. And yeah, no, they definitely weren't the Raging Moonbugs. They were more like the Weeping Lazybugs.
Yeah.
I mean, they had no shape, they had no formation, they had no determination, they had no any kind of Asian. They never had any kind of an Asian in them whatsoever.
Sounds kind of like Liverpool.
Yeah, we're basically slating them for 10 minutes until Ben Rama came up with a moment of brilliance and smacked the ball into the back of the net from 20 yards, and then we went crazy.
What a goal that was.
Yes. And then things were looking up until they decided to kind of fumble it in defense. And they lost it to the number 10. Number 10 plays it to Zaha. And just then I was commenting on how Zaha was doing what Scamacca wasn't. Scamacca was static. He wasn't pressuring the keeper. He wasn't pressuring the defense. He was like non-existent, Scamacca. And Zaha was exactly the opposite. He was alert. He was on the ball, any 50-50, 60-40, 70-30, he would still win it. And Palace were the much better, much more graceful and much more skillful team. I went as a
Well played.
I went as a West Ham supporter, but I'm not here to hate. Palace were fantastic. There's a lot of options in Palace. They all look good. Elise, Edward, Zaha, Eze, they all look really good. Any of these players can score for you in the fantasy league. Any of West Ham's players can't.
I think West Ham right now is like Liverpool about 7-8 years ago, when Liverpool used to score a goal and pull back to defense, hoping they can finish the game that way. And that's what West Ham seems to be doing. They seems to play very closed. And when they score that one goal, they hope to keep that score.
Very lethargic, very
When did
lethargic.
Liverpool do that?
West Ham play the way David Moyes looks at the moment.
I don't remember Liverpool ever scoring a goal and then going
very
back.
zombified. Yeah,
Maybe in the Hodgson era.
We need to get rid of David Moyes. He needs to go.
Yeah, I
was
think
gonna
his
be my
time's
next
out. We need a younger,
So-
more dynamic manager now at West Ham. I don't think they're going to go very far with that team. So that's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to hate him. I didn't walk out like the rest of the fans, 5 minutes before the end, I told Oscar and Eddie, guys, no, we can't walk out on them like that. Let's stay till the final whistle. We did, and we conceded a goal in injury time, and that topped it off, really.
Yeah, I'm just saying David Moyes needs to go. We need someone with a different mentality, which is going to form the team differently.
With a
These
bit of
guys are
energy.
playing too close. They're not fighting for the ball. They're not hungry.
Yeah.
They actually looked like they went on a night out last night. They got pissed.
Yeah.
And they came in the morning to play football. That's the kind of
No,
game
if they were
play.
pissed, they'd play better than that. No, there was no pressing, no enthusiasm at all from West Ham, and I can't say I've got faith in their position. West Ham for relegation.
I was watching the other Claret and Blue team being managed by their new manager, and they were beating Manchester United within 12 minutes. 13 minutes, they'd gone 2-0 up. And then I was switching back to trying to switch between the two games. I had picture in picture, and I saw Ben Rama's goal. What a brilliant goal that was. And I think Ben Rama got taken off in the second half. West Ham fans weren't too happy about that from what I could see on Twitter. But
Lanzini
I think maybe West Ham need a new manager in the coming
100%.
weeks.
100%.
Yes.
So is that mean Moyes will probably get sacked before Lampard?
I really hope so.
Well,
You
I don't
Moyes for Lampard.
I don't want to be harsh
Moyes
about
back
it.
in
Yes.
Lampard at West Ham. That makes sense.
Let's have it. Who would you have in place of Moyes, realistically speaking? Don't say
Nunos
Guardiola.
Espirito Santos is perfect for West Ham.
Yeah.
Makes
Yes, I
sense.
think so.
Sparky, do you want to talk about Spurs Liverpool?
Okay. I mean, with the Spurs Liverpool game, watched it beginning to end. My overview of it is, happy that we won, obviously. Did I see anything that suggests that we're going to have a major turnaround? No. Very much in the same way as you guys are talking about West Ham, I feel like Liverpool just look lethargic. Usually, like Nunes is usually the most lively player recently. He was all right for the first half. Salah put away his two chances pretty much, which was good because he usually fluffs those chances. Like, I don't get excited anymore when Salah's through on goal or when he's one-on-one with a player. Before, it's like his one-on-one or his through on goal. It's like you think he's going to score. I don't feel that way about him anymore.
Really?
So it's like I almost.
I've never felt that way for the past 2.5, 3 seasons. And it's one-on-one.
Really?
I don't even stand up. I've said that before.
No, exactly. But that for me just started occurring for me in the last year and a half, not so early. In terms of I don't think from that performance alone, we have enough to say, right, we're going to turn our season around. It just didn't look like it.
I mean,
Obviously,
considering you played Spurs in their own ground, I mean,
yes,
for
that's what I
Salah
was
to
going to say.
score
That's
two
a big
goals,
plus.
that
That was
is
going to be
amazing,
my
I
next point.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe I'm expecting too much from away
Yeah.
Spurs. But pluses, definitely think Konate is the best partner for Virgil. Definitely. Konate.
Oh no,
Yeah,
I
Konate
didn't
had a
say
good
who.
game.
I said ooh.
Oh right.
Well,
Okay.
Well, one of my friends who's a Spurs supporter, Beck, if you're watching, what's happening? He was
up, Beck?
messaging me after Liverpool scored their second goal. He basically said, and at the end of the first half, he said, well done on the win. And I'm like, well, you obviously haven't been watching Liverpool this season.
Yeah.
And Spurs, if they were a bit more clinical, they could have definitely should have got a point out of that and potentially won the game. At one point, just some ridiculous passes going all over the shop. It was like watching a fourth division team, Spurs I'm talking about, with their passes. They were just like, what are you doing? They like completely lost the plot. But having said that, they had so much possession in the second half. And like I said, almost, obviously, anybody who watched the game, they almost equalised. And if they had equalised, they probably may have won the game with the way they were on top. They were definitely the better side in the second half. But going back to Nunes, I mean, I don't know what Nunes means in Spanish or Portuguese, but I'm sure it must mean something like headless chicken. The guy, he just like, he runs around and he just runs. He's very aggressive and he's running.
Yeah.
But
Claudio Nunes.
He puts the effort in and he makes them runs. And I pointed out on a previous episode, he's second to none with regards to making position in the box, making space for himself in the box, and chance touches in the box. So he gets in the box, he gets there. People can't touch him. Like when he's on the move, they can't touch him. And this is ahead of Haaland as well. This is statistically
Right.
speaking.
Okay.
This is not just an opinion. Statistically speaking, he gets in the box more than Haaland and gets more touches in the box than Haaland. Once he irons out the finishing, he's there. Like he's there. He's so dangerous. Again, he had that fantastic half volley on goal. Well, it wasn't a half volley. It was a shot on goal. Lloris absolutely pulled the stop out again. And these keepers are absolutely pulling the stops out on this guy. Otherwise, he'd have about 4 or 5 bangers from outside the area this season.
Nunes has to be a centre forward, classic number 9. He has to be.
Nunes, he runs around a lot. Obviously, he'll improve as a player, and he will definitely improve. I believe that. And yes, we were playing at Spurs, and Spurs...
I'm actually very surprised that he assisted Salah. I was very, very surprised that he assisted it. He doesn't really pass to Salah usually when I watch the game.
Anyway, better game was if you saw, you probably, I don't know if you saw the game because you were at West Ham, obviously, but Arsenal beating Chelsea at Stamford Bridge.
A win! What a win!
Brilliant result. That was a brilliant result. Saliba, again, whoever's got him in defence, he played really well. I have Gabriel. Gabriel scored on the line, so we'll have a look at that in a minute. So, in fact, that's a nice segue into the league table. Maybe we have a quick look at the top 4 FPL league table.
Come on, at least Arsenal won today. Wicked.
Oh, make up your mind, man. Come on.
Well, the league tables haven't been updated yet for top 4 FPL. If you haven't joined our league, you can still join our league. The link's in the description below. While the tables haven't been updated, I can tell you that Adam Osman and Field of Dreams will be top of the league at the end of this game week. So well done, Adam.
Go on, Adam.
Yes, Adam. How you doing,
man?
man?
A quick look at his team. Massive 70 points for Adam this week. Trippier doing a business for him. Almiron.
Oh my gosh, Almiron is becoming a cheap player. I didn't buy him just because I'm stubborn, and he scores every single game because I haven't bought him every single week.
Well, buy him so you can stop other people from scoring.
If I buy him, he won't score anymore. 100%, just like Haaland.
Don't buy him.
Haaland's like getting like 5 points now since Oscar and me bought him.
In our Jinx Players episode, you said Almiron was a Jinx player. He may be for you, like you said, so don't buy him. But since I've since everybody's bought him, in these last 7 games, he scored 7 goals and 1 assist, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I believe he's the highest performer in the last few weeks.
So well done, Adam. He's going to be top of the league. Quick shout out to FPL nerds.
Yes.
MJ, Muhammad Ali.
Muhammad Ali, he's still there, Muhammad Ali.
A quick shout out to Cancelo, who got sent off.
Yes.
Yes.
That was the question. So
happy
Cancelo's red card. Was it a red card?
I didn't see it.
Of course it was. Of course it was. And anytime it's possible, if you can give Cancelo a red card, please give it to him. Anyway, give him the red card.
So a quick look at fantasy.
Yes, it's Rajat North. How you doing, Rajat North? Wicked. He's on Twitter.
What's happening, bro?
I like Rajat North. I see him a lot on Twitter.
Rajat.
He's a perfect.
He's a hardcore fantasy league manager. This guy.
Yeah, he's a perfect top 4 FPL manager. He's just like us, crap. These scores. No, I'm just joking.
Yeah. No, this week
these are the kind of scores I normally get.
I've never seen him like that before.
He does
worse than me, Rajat, this week. Unbelievable. Yeah. No, I wouldn't have thought that, but normally he gets a good score.
Yeah, he normally gets a good score.
Yeah, because his name always comes up almost every week. So well done.
Is he going to get 6 points for Henderson? Did Henderson not play? Oh, he did play.
Yeah, if your name keeps on coming up in top 4 FPL, that means you're doing well.
15 points on the bench this week for Rajat. So
I always do that. I've got loads of points on my bench every week, every time. And you, Sparky, everyone. We're all rubbish here.
Let's have a look at. Let's have a look at the Raging Moonbugs then.
Yes, that's me, Raging Moonbugs. I got over 50. I'm happy now. I'm happy now. I haven't seen my score. That's it. Oh my God. I was so sad last night. I thought I'm not going to make it over 50 and all my players are going to be crap. Well done, Harry Kane. Well done, Harry.
He scored again. Kind of like not against the odds because they were putting on the pressure, but he plays crap all game. That's how he's been playing all season. He's been rubbish all season, but he gets that goal, so you can't take him out of your team.
I think he did make a difference today. Kane obviously scored, but when Kulusevski came on after his injury, Kulusevski assisted Kane, and I can tell you for free that I've already made my transfer and brought Lukevsky in.
Yeah,
He was
right
a
behind
difference.
you.
Basically, yeah, he was a difference
Always.
today.
I took a hit this week, by the way. And can you see where I've taken a hit?
Oh, you've got -4.
-4.
Salah.
Salah, yes.
Oh,
Salah.
no way.
I took out
Okay.
Salah last night, a few hours before the window. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to get De Bruyne, not last night, the night before. And De Bruyne scored and I was happy. And today Salah went and scored 2. Super clops.
So you're not happy.
Super clops. No,
Well done,
I'm not that happy. But no, there is a happy decision here. Because normally I make the wrong decision when I do substitutions. So from my bench, I took out Gross and I replaced Xhaka with Gross. You see what I done? So I gained 6 points there by doing that, because normally any other manager would probably choose Xhaka or Saliba over Gross.
Yeah.
And I made the right decision there. And I had 2 Brighton. I've doubled up on Brighton, which worked. 14 out of the 2.
Good game week, 51 points. Quick look at Ogleford Klopp shots as being the bottom of the league out of the 4 of us this week.
Ogleford.
Wow.
60 points a week.
Huge 60 points this week.
I noticed you've sold Salah as well. Who did you sell him for?
Exactly. I was going to say I did exactly the same thing, except I had 2 transfers. I didn't make a transfer the previous week, so I had 2 free transfers. And I did say I was going to get rid of Salah because he'd gone back to type. And then he scored 2 today. But I bought in Madison. So
you got Madison,
you know,
yes. Well
and
done.
he was my vice captain. And
well done.
I was like, okay, Wilson looks like he's injured. He may not play. And he played for 1.5.
Oh,
so my biggest handicap this season has been my captaining. I've just been captaining all the wrong people. If
absolutely.
I captain somebody, they're jinxed basically. So
I'm
maybe I should
so
not
sorry for
captain
that.
anyone. You do the captain for me if you make that.
well done, Gabriel at the back.
Shall we all, when we look at our teams in a bit, choose the captain for next week for each of us? But you have to guess which one's going to do the best and give the captain for that one. You can't go and give it to a bad person.
Well, if it doesn't come on
that
spin the
for you.
wheel, yeah, why not?
Yeah, fair enough.
Cucurella, this guy,
not good. Cucurella, not good.
This guy's comedy. I mean, when Chelsea bought him, when he was at Brighton, he was a decent player. And when Chelsea first bought him in one of those,
now
first
he's just a hairstyle.
Yeah, I said he's quite a good player. Today, he was just hugging. Who was he hugging? He was hugging one of the Arsenal players. I think it may have been
Saka.
Was he showing some love?
He was on Saka all game, yeah.
No, when the corner was taken, he's just basically hugging the player. You can see he's just hugging him. And the ball bounced
Maybe
past
he's got
him.
that loving feeling all of a sudden.
Oh, dear.
He's just watching the ball. He's like hugging his player. Cucurella. What as funny as his name.
His name is quite good as well, I was going to say.
Under his Cucurella.
Yeah, but he's a funny character, isn't he, Cucurella? His name's funny, his hairstyle's funny. Yeah. The only thing that would make him funnier is if his first name was Glorian.
Sorry, what? Dorian?
Glorian Cucurella. Sorry.
Well, the only person with a funnier name than Glorian Cucurella is Funny with his hip hop flummy Vic.
I'm sorry, but it's just please don't take the mick out of my name. This is
sometimes
it's been 2 weeks and none of you have changed your name.
I'm just so happy
we've
my
been
name
scoring
is
good.
Glorian.
Since we changed our names, we've been scoring good points. If you're scoring well, you don't change your team name, and the Flummy Vics have got 60 points.
I know this is going to happen now. I know this is going to happen sooner or later in Fantasy League. There's going to be a player called Glorian, and we're all going to laugh.
Glorian.
This will happen.
Billing has done me right this week again. Billing again. I mean, I think he's one of my.
Billing's such a good
Billing is the revelation of Oscar. There was nobody knew about Billing. Anyone watching this program, if you go back right to the beginning of the season, Oscar Bunny was the one to reveal Billing, and he was very adamant that Billing was going to do well, and I was kind of mocking him, but no, well done.
We've all done quite well this week. The Nunes fact is on 69 points. We all score over 50 and 60, and he goes and does.
I've got the lowest points out of everyone. What's going on? And I go over 50. Oh,
yes.
I'm not coming back this time. That's it. I've had it.
Off with you.
The team.
So
the team.
I did the same thing as you. It was like Callum Wilson may or may not play. If he does, then great. If he doesn't, then Trossard's going to be my vice captain. And again, he played him for 45 minutes, took him on. This is like the story of my league this season. So,
yeah, 69 points and complaining. I got 51.
I'm not complaining. I'm moaning. There's a difference. Yeah, Salah. I bought in Salah this week, even though obviously we've been gunning him between us, me and CEO, the whole season. But I bought him in this week, and he was going to be like maybe my vice captain, but I decided on Trossard. But Salah's a big game player, like him or not.
You just were slating him for 5 minutes. You've just been slating Darwin and Salah for 5 minutes, and between them, they've got you 22 points. You should be praising their Numars.
I've never cussed Darwin ever. When have I cussed Darwin? I'm his biggest supporter of this season.
Really?
Actually, I
don't think many people like Nunes.
Yeah,
lots of people like Nunes. What are you talking about? Most people like Nunes. There's nothing to not like about him. He's a likable character. He's just as a player. He's as far as in my opinion,
he's a nice guy. He's a nice guy. But if you mess with him, he'll kick your ass and he'll get a red card for it as well. Yeah,
that's he's got fire, man. You gotta love him.
I like him. I think Darwin's good, man. He's been a talking point on our show a few times, so he can't be that bad.
Yeah, definitely.
I still think he's a great player that does not pass. No, that's why I don't like him.
He passed today. He got an assist and he got me 7.
Yeah, I'm surprised he did.
Yeah, so it was.
You got Eze.
Eze. And I think I said this in a couple of things back as well. If I wasn't a Liverpool supporter, I would definitely be a Crystal Palace supporter.
Very good team. Very good players.
Their team is
very
so
good.
Players. They're so good. I hope they do very well. I hope they make Europe this season. I really do.
Very good players.
Yeah,
about their fans.
Showed up.
I'm joking.
Say again.
Their fans.
Average age of 16.
They're very loud.
They probably want to fight us from the other side of the fence. They're lucky the fence was there. They're coming in. They go, what were they saying? What were they saying, Oscar? You sold your souls to this shithole. I was saying, all right, you beat us. Now go and fuck off back home.
Yeah, passionate fan base, man. They're good. The other thing, again, it's like when I leave players out against Man City, they tend to always do well. So I took out Pereira for Fulham, and he got a goal. Brilliant.
No,
happy. This is the best score I've had in a while. I think in maybe over a month. So
well, let's have a look at the league table as it stands before spin the wheel, so that we can see who's going to spin the wheel. So we need to look at the overall position at the end of October.
It's not going to be me anyway.
Well, we know it's not you, but if we look at it, it's Oscar Bunny with 303 points at the end of October.
Wow.
And I'm 3 points behind him. But I had
Where am I? Raging Moonbugs is last almost. I'm so rubbish.
Quite a bit.
Before we get to spin the wheel, we need to give a shout out to a new manager who was top of the table for October, JVFC. Bunny, you finished top of the league for October. You're going to get to spin the wheel. Who spun the wheel last time? Bunny, you ready to spin the wheel?
Let's do it. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, it doesn't matter for me. I can't be any worse anyway. Captain Nobody. Oh, that's dangerous, Captain Nobody.
Right. Okay. So, as though Fez is the only one ahead of me, it's only fair that I'll pick him.
Bring it on.
He's miles ahead of everyone.
This is Sparky's team for game week 16. You haven't made your transfers yet?
I haven't, because I've got a super ability of transferring in people who are going to get injured as soon as I transfer them in. So I'm waiting.
Oscar, can I give you a clue?
No, there's no clues.
No.
I'm conferring in
I want to play.
I know.
Henry is away.
No,
Henry's away from Man City.
Shush, I know. Let me do my job.
Oh,
right? It's my job. Now, I don't want to destroy him too much, so Henry looks really nice.
Why
not? But I think Henry might be able to score against Manchester City. No, he won't.
Henry? We talking about?
You'll get like -3.
Yeah, I think Henry's got to be the one.
No, it's not Henry. It's Henry.
I think Henry has to be captained by Fozy this week.
And that's why the Captain Nobody is one of the best ones, because you can even get minus points for Captain Nobody.
So who do you want to make his vice captain? You have to pick his vice
Hang
captain.
on, he gets to choose my vice captain as well. That's
Of
not
course.
the rule.
It's Captain Nobody.
Of course.
Yeah, vice
Captain and
captain.
Nobody. So your vice captain will be
I think we're making the rules up as we go along, are we not?
no.
It doesn't
All right,
matter.
If he can make my
I'm gonna-
vice captain, he's got to
I'm gonna
make it a player that plays, surely.
Yeah, you got to make it a player that
okay.
plays. Yeah,
Let's
you
make
can't.
it fair. Let's make it fair.
Since it has to play
I'm
a
gonna
player
say
that plays.
Thiago Silva, vice captain.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
Well, that's
I'm
interesting.
gonna give him that fighting chance.
Okay, you have to make Thiago Silva your vice captain. Who do you want to bring out?
Yeah.
You have to substitute someone out.
Yes.
Okay.
That's actually a really good move by making vice captain Thiago Silva.
Yeah.
That means you have to play
So-
him. Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like a game of chess. This is.
So
If I does Fraser choose who wants to get out, or do I?
no,
No,
I
he
choose my
chooses.
team. Come on.
Oh, okay, go on.
The penalty
Those are
was
sides. Those are
Captain
the
Nobody
sides.
not take over the team.
Well, take out Callum Wilson. We'll take out Callum Wilson. There you go. Take out Callum Wilson. Thiago Silva.
Oh,
There you go.
really?
And then, but I've
you
still
go.
got a transfer to make, so we never know what it's going to look like.
Yeah.
yeah.
There you go.
Bunny, you've used your wild card this week.
I have indeed. I may do a couple of changes still, but I love the team as it is right now. I bought in Diaz, I bought in Gabriel, I bought in Rodrigo, I bought in Trossard, I bought in Somerville and Solanke.
You just
Those are
basically
the
just
players I
copied
got.
my entire team, minus the Man City players who I don't pick.
This is your wild card. Bunny saved his
That's-
wild card 1 week before the World Cup. Can you believe that? Wow.
That is a bit strange.
What I'm going to say is, I feel like you've gone off the Leeds game and just completely jumped on the Rodrigo and Somerville bandwagon. And,
Yeah.
I think that's going to be the ones
It's
that
because
lose
I'm
you
following the
next
games
week.
and I'm just buying the players I think are doing well, and they're doing well.
Yeah,
I mean, whether
yeah.
other people buy them or not is not my problem.
I think you're about 2 games too late for that. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. And
Well,
you're
this is
just
exactly what.
yeah.
No, this is exactly why we have the spin the wheel, because right now you got Pope, I've got Pope. You've got Gabriel, I've got Gabriel. You got Van Dijk, I've got Van Dijk. Almiron, I've got Almiron. You've got Trossard, I've got
the
Trossard.
same teams.
Mitrovic, you've got. Basically, we have the same team.
You have the same
and
team
everybody
as
has the same team.
Oscar's got right.
So in the next episode of Top 4 FPL, we're not going to talk about FPL. We're going to talk about Top 4 something else. But
Have you got Solanke as well? Have you got Solanke as well?
I haven't got Solanke, no. But I mean, 90% of the team, it's 90% of the team. It's not
So
just
Rock
you,
and
it's
Roll's
everyone.
team,
It's everyone.
Rock and Roll's team is the lowest position out of all of us, right? So Oscar is like beating us as a manager of the month. He's changed his winning team to the losing team, basically. With his wild card.
I might still change a few players, but I'm happy with my team right now.
Hold on. I think that you have quite a knee-jerky team there. There's
Yes.
knees jerking all over the place.
Yes.
Like players like, I mean, I know Somerville's great. I'm Somerville's poster boy today. I love Somerville. He's brilliant. But as soon as I said Somerville, you bought him. And then
No, I bought him before you said him, you nutcase.
it's like, come on, I only talked about him.
No, he
Right.
did it on his phone
Wait a
while
bit.
you were talking. He's like, shit, something.
Yeah, I know. Right. Amron scores a goal, you go and buy Amron. Trossard scores a goal, you buy him by Trossard. Rodrigo scores a goal, you go and buy him. Solanke, and then next week none of them going to score, especially because you bought them.
Hang on a sec.
mean, these
you
are-
said that he just picked the worst team because I'm the bottom and he's just picked my team. But
Yeah.
maybe my team's going to go up.
No, if Oscar's bought them players, you haven't got a chance in
Oh, shit,
Lumen
yeah, I forgot about
that.
Right. No, because I'm going to look at my team now. I'll go for the Klopp shots. And I've just, for those who haven't noticed the team change, the team has changed because you can see I've got Kulishevsky and I've captained him. That's my transfer this week. But other than that, it's basically the same.
No, it's
Yeah.
not. I don't have
Almiron,
Sissoko.
Mitrovic,
I don't have Madison. I don't have
Trossard,
Martinelli. I don't
Gabriel,
have
Van
Kulusevski.
Dijk. Yeah, you got same.
You-
picks.
I don't have Kane.
This isn't again. This isn't a slight at you. It's just general criticism of Fantasy Premier League. They need to implement the rules changes that we said should be implemented by next season because the game is getting stale.
I noticed you got rid of Mount.
I got rid of Mason Mount. again, apologies, we haven't had an episode for the last couple of weeks, but 2 weeks before that, he'd assisted in 2, and then he'd scored in the following 2. He scored 2 in the following game. But for the last 4 games, he's gone back to type. And I should have sold him maybe 2 weeks ago because he started going down in price, but he was still at the same price that I bought him. Shipped him out. I had 2 free transfers last week. I got rid of Salah. And this week I bought in Kulishevsky, who, if anybody watched the game today against Liverpool, which I'm sure most of you did, he came on and he made an immediate impact. And I think he'll be very effective against Leeds next week, which is the final game week before the World Cup.
He's looking quite orange over there, though.
They still haven't changed it. That was before today's game. He obviously came on, so that doesn't count. Fantasy Premier League is... I'll tell you the other thing today. Wilson got an assist today. They said he didn't, but he did. In my opinion, that was an assist.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, I think he got a touch on the ball before Almiron kind of tackled his way into the box. He may not have touched it technically, but he made enough of an impact on the game with the way he tackled that he should have got an assist. Comment below if you agree with me.
What did he do? Shepherd the ball in the direction of Almiron?
So he done a Jedi mind trick and moved the ball towards Almiron and got an assist.
He tried to get the ball and the defender behind him slid into him and fouled him. And the referee was going to give the foul, I think, but he played advantage when the ball went to Almiron. But it was about this far away from, I think, Wilson's boot. And from the camera angle, at the end of the day, he made enough of an impact on the play that was more of an assist than some of the assists that you see. They give an assist when it comes off his arse. He's the last player to touch the ball.
I always thought the rule was whoever touches the ball last from the scoring team, apart from the goal scorer, is the one that gets the assist.
It is,
unless the person before that has made a significant impact as well. This isn't the person before. This is literally the ball went past him. Anyway, you'll have to see the player on Match of the Day tonight.
If Callum Wilson had the ball last before Almiron scored, he should get the assist. And that should be the rule.
Sparky, have you made your transfers this week?
We've already been through that.
No, not Sparky. Sorry, Van Duzer.
Well, earlier on I was talking about Glory and Somerville.
Do you actually know what his first name is?
Winter Somerville.
I haven't got a clue. Jimmy? The Spring Somerville. I've got myself a super keeper. For once, I said I'm going to treat myself.
But what is that based on?
To one of the best goalies on the planet. What a nice keeper he is. He's such a nice keeper, Addison. He flies around, he makes wonderful saves, and sometimes even throws the ball so far that the player that gets it scores a goal.
I'll tell you what else Addison does that's bloody annoying, and he just won't stop doing it, and he did it again today, he'll mess around with the ball on the edge of the box and wait until the player intercepts it from him and scores. And he did it when he first arrived against Leicester, and you'd have thought he'd have learnt from that. But then he'd done it again. He's done it a few times. I love Addison. I mean, he's a lovely guy and obviously one of the top goalkeepers in the world. But this thing that he insists on doing, and Kane almost intercepted it today. But
he's stopped it. He's curbed it quite a bit since that Leicester incident. After that,
he does it almost every game. Every game.
Really?
He risks his luck.
I mean, he's a Brazil national keeper, so we'll see in the World Cup now. He's going to be on the big stage, Addison. So we'll have a look at Addison more in the World Cup.
Yeah, I think after the World Cup, which starts on the 20th of November with Qatar against Ecuador, I think it is, which is going to be a fantastic game.
I'm guessing Qatar are in there by default, right?
Yeah, of course. I don't even know if I'll watch the World Cup. Not because it's in Qatar. I'm not a party to that argument. I think people are hypocrites. You see all these people tweeting about the bloody human rights records. Fuck off.
I'm going to watch it specifically because it is in Qatar. How's that?
That's a good point. That's a good point. I mean, Qatar deserves to host the World Cup just like any other country. And any other country who says, "Oh, our shit doesn't stink," is a shit stinker. Anyway, sorry about that. That pisses me off. This hypocrisy pisses me off. See, Gary Neville talking about, Qatar, this, that, and the other. You're going to fucking Qatar, and you're going to get paid for commentating on the World Cup. Don't go. Don't watch it. Don't talk about Qatar human rights on the one hand and then travel.
Well, I mean, our show is not about politics. I know what you're saying. I mean,
exactly, but this is a football example. I hope Qatar win it. I've been to Qatar. I've been to Qatar
Qatar
at
win
least
it.
twice, maybe 3 times. It's obviously going to be bloody hot. It's cooler in December. But anyway, that just annoyed me seeing all these people talking about the World Cup being in Qatar and all these news sites talking about it. Don't cover it then. Don't cover it. Your team's going to it. Your national team's going to it. Boycott it. When the Olympics were in Russia, in Moscow in 1980, loads of countries boycotted it. The US boycotted it. Boycott it.
I don't think there's any reason to boycott it. It's just like, just
Of
get
course
on
not.
with it. Get
Like
it
I
over
said,
and done with and send the players back so we can play Fantasy League again. Hurry up.
timing's bloody crap. But the timing's crap, but the next game week fixtures are going to be on Boxing Day, and looking ahead to the next game week, I have to say, it's not many good games. It's a bit crap.
What are the teams
that? I don't want to be facetious. And the last game week next week, Saturday and Sunday, we've already said Manchester City, Brentford, and then Bournemouth, Everton, Liverpool, Southampton.
Meh.
I know this is a football program, but do I really want to watch any of these games? Maybe Newcastle, Chelsea, because
I was going to say Newcastle, Chelsea, yeah.
But Chelsea haven't been doing that great. That could be Potter's last game if they lose.
I think Fulham Man United would be a good game. Fulham Man United.
Actually, Aston Villa Brighton could be quite a high scoring game now with Unai Emery in charge, the way they've been playing, and again, the way they played when they beat Manchester United 3-1 today. Which is always nice to say.
Yeah, gonna be a lot of Trossard fans. Come on, and Gross scored for me. Wicked. Yes. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Shall we just predict the score for Man City Brentford?
Go on in.
Go on.
Well, all right. Then I'll start. For Sparky's sake, I really hope that I don't know. I'm gonna predict a clean sheet for Brentford. And no goals for City, and Henry scores 1.
Yeah. Go on.
Well, I think it's going to be Manchester City 3, Brentford 0.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. I think it's going to be Man City 4, Brentford 1. Henry to score.
I think it's going to be Manchester City 5, Brentford 1.
All right, then. What do you think, Hakan?
What do you think, Givermore?
What do you think, Rajat?
What do you think, Ended?
See you next week.
Yeah, see you later.
See you later.
Peace.
And don't forget to like and the comments and subscribe and the bells and the things and liking them.
Yeah, subscribe, like button and box and subscribe it.
Right down there.
Do it.
Put
Do it
something
now.
Unless you don't want to.